Hello.
Hello, Priyanka.
Hello, Sheela
How are
ma'am.
you?
I'm pretty good. Thank you so much for asking. And how about you?
Awesome. Great.
Awesome. That's really wonderful.
Yeah.
Okay. So, is something special today?
No, nothing special. I'm feeling very nice after, a long break.
Okay. Yeah, you were
Yeah.
facing some health issues as well. You
Yeah.
mentioned.
Yeah.
Okay.
Correct. Yeah.
Hope you're fine now.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
All right.
So, ma'am, as we
Yeah.
are meeting for the very first time, I would like to know about you. Can you please give your
Yeah.
brief introduction?
Sure. Sure. My name is Sheela. I'm based in Coimbatore, Tamil Nadu, and I have done my post graduation in sociology. And
Mhm.
as of now, by profession, I am a Hindi trainer. I teach written and spoken Hindi to all age groups. But
Okay.
I started off my career as a lecturer, and I worked as a lecturer for say around 4 5 years. After that, I went into market research, and I was fully into market research for around 14 plus years. And now,
Okay.
for the past 14 years, I'm into teaching Hindi from
Wow.
2010. That's it.
You have a huge, experience, I must say, about
Yeah.
teaching plus in the corporate world as well. So really,
Yeah.
it's wonderful opportunity for me to connect with you.
I'm also happy to connect
All
to
right.
you.
So I should also introduce myself, right?
Sure, sure. Yeah.
Okay. So my name is Priyanka Kushwah, and I'm connecting to you from Madhya Pradesh. If I talk about my education, so I'm in my master's second year of MBA with a specialization
Mm.
of marketing and finance. And at present, I'm running my YouTube channel. It's been almost 2 years. It's all about spoken English conversation, and I connect with co-learners and good speakers. So this is how I'm learning and improving everyday basis. Plus, when it comes to my hobbies, so I like to read books, something which is motivational or inspirational, or I like to dance
Mm.
as well. So that's all about me.
I've been watching your videos for quite some time now.
Okay, thank you very much, ma'am.
Yeah.
Well, I have one question. Like, as you are English Hindi trainer, right? How did your,
Yeah.
spoken English? I mean, the language you have really good command. I can sense that. So tell me, how did
Yeah.
you improve your spoken English?
Uh, Maybe because right from childhood I've learned English, and I was brought up in a boarding school, so in a hostel in a Christian mission boarding school. So what happens is you have to speak in English even after you come back from school to the hostel. So there was this speaking environment right from my childhood. So maybe
Yeah.
that's how I picked up. Plus, I love language, so the interest factor is also there.
All
So
right.
that's how. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. That's really wonderful because, especially English is a global language. And when we have command
Correct.
over this language, that's definitely going to help you. And as you're a Hindi trainer,
Correct.
so tell me,
Yeah.
how is your teaching experience? I would like to know. Please tell me some of the glimpse in general.
Actually, I like teaching right from the beginning. Even in my college days, I used to take tuitions for my, that was just for time pass and, pocket money and all.
Uh,
And then that
yeah,
became, like that became a passion. So I always had people or children or students around me whom I used to teach. So that's how I automatically got into teaching. But I'm actually a South Indian, but I was brought up in the North. I was
okay.
raised in the North. My father was working in Madhya Pradesh. So we were based in Madhya Pradesh.
Uh,
Till until my marriage, I was in Madhya Pradesh. So my schooling happened in Maharashtra. My college, that is graduation and post graduation, that happened in Madhya Pradesh. So that's how I know the language, Hindi language.
okay.
So once I was, once I was, fed up of, market research, fed up in the sense, it was hectic traveling. I had to travel
Yeah,
all over India. So after a point of time, it gets like really, it takes a toll on your health also.
yeah,
So then I
indeed.
thought that I should take a back seat, yeah, and take a break. So that time my husband suggested that why not, do something of your own and try out Hindi because here there is scope for Hindi, spoken Hindi.
Yeah.
Since I am in South India, yeah. So I just thought like let me give it a try, and then it took off. because I don't have any formal training in Hindi. I have read
Mm.
Hindi in school and I know my basics well. That's it.
Yeah.
So, so
Okay.
now that's become my profession.
Exactly, because well, this is really, you can say insane because we don't. I mean, for me also, English is like my mother tongue is Hindi. Everyone speaks in Hindi only. But when it comes to English, I have to just, I used to listen, I used to read, and I used to speak. So that's how I learned it. No, like proper training, I can say. So because
Mm.
of the practice.
Correct, correct. Each of us have our own formula of learning and reading.
Yeah.
Something may work out, for me, something may not work out for you. So you may follow a different method. Ultimately, it's the fluency that we need to achieve. That's it.
All right. So when it comes to the teaching, especially Hindi, how do you approach your learners, or do you have any like different methods to guide them or to start speaking in Hindi?
Yeah, I start off from the basics because people, though they have a third language Hindi in school, but nobody pays much attention to it. It's just, like just you have to get pass marks, you have to score pass marks. That's it. Because it is not a main subject. So they don't pay attention to it. But then later on, they realize that, once suppose if we are moving out of a place, we need to at least know manageable Hindi. Within
Right.
India, still Hindi is the widely spoken language.
Yeah.
So, like students or anybody, like I'm going out to travel, then I need to know manageable Hindi. And
Mhm.
even if I'm a student and I'm going out to study, or, like if I'm getting placed elsewhere, I need to know at least manageable Hindi.
Yeah.
Because all said and done, even though the colleges are, like English medium colleges, still outside college campus, you speak in your own mother tongue. That's what comes
Yeah.
naturally to you. So that
Yeah.
time, these people will feel, they'll feel left out. When, there is a one big gang of North Indians who can speak Hindi, and these are, non-Hindi speaking students. So they feel that, like language is a barrier for them. No?
Yeah.
So then they realize that we should know at least manageable Hindi, at least spoken Hindi. So that's where I come in. So,
Well, here
yeah, so
I
I
mean,
teach them from the basics. Yeah,
from the basics, I mean, you approach.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
basics to
correct.
advanced. Okay. So you teach online or offline?
Both, both, mainly offline.
Okay, so your schedule must be very hectic, I must say, because
Yes,
online, offline.
yes.
How do you manage?
I'm used to it now.
Used to it?
So it doesn't tire me. It doesn't tire me. If I don't have classes, then I feel bad.
Okay, that's really wonderful. Because, and what about your family? Can you please tell me something about your family as well?
There are three of us, my husband, my son, and I. My husband is a mechanical engineer by profession. He's a self-employed
All
professional.
right.
My son is also an engineer. He works for Amazon Web Services. He is right now in Bangalore. That's it. Small
Okay.
family.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So, of course, everyone is doing their work. I mean, working professionals. So
Yes,
it's quite easy
yes,
to manage
yes.
professional life.
Correct, correct,
All right.
correct.
Except, except
Yeah.
teaching profession, what do you enjoy, doing? I mean, as you shared, because you teach online, offline, plus you have a family, I mean, small family, I must say. What about other things in general you like to do?
Apart from teaching, actually, I don't indulge in any other hobby as such. I love talking to people. So I love talking to people, and I am very curious by nature. I am
Okay.
an explorer kind of a person by nature. So there are always, there is somebody or the other who's calling me up or who's coming to my house wanting to ask something or wanting to know something. So that's how my time goes, and I'm happy.
Yes, because interaction is something very amazing when it comes to, talking with people and knowing about them,
Correct.
plus whatever like they're doing. So
Yeah.
exactly,
Yeah.
because this is something I also enjoy to interact and to have conversation, deep conversations, just
Hmm.
completely indulged in that.
Correct. Correct. And you get to know so many things about other, like other people, isn't it? Their
Exactly.
lifestyle, the way they think, their mindset, all this, this intrigues me a lot. So I like what must be the mindset of this person, or, suppose what must that person be thinking. I like human watching. Even when I go out, I travel, I go by. train or bus also, no, I keep looking at people around me and imagining that, where must this person be going? What must be his or her mindset? And, like all that. So I
Observe, you
like people
observe
watching.
people. All right.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
the main quality of a trainer, I believe, because he is like he or she is definitely, good observer, plus sense the energy of another person. All right. How
Correct.
often you travel? I mean, in this hectic schedule, how often?
No, nowadays I don't travel much,
Hmm.
but earlier I used to. Earlier I used to. Nowadays I don't go out much. Maybe, twice a month or not even that much.
Okay. So, ma'am, are there any mentor or good figures that have impacted your personality? Because as a trainer, you must be following some of the good speaker, I must say.
Yeah, I do follow speakers. I don't have particular speakers. I listen to anybody and everybody because my policy is that you can learn anything and everything from anybody.
Hmm.
There is no fixed thing that, like only if I listen to this person, I will get to know or I'll get to learn. No. Every day,
Okay.
somebody or the other teaches you something or the other thing, provided your mind should be open, willing to take in.
Yeah.
So we don't know in what form it comes in. But otherwise, I like Sudha Murthy the best.
Okay. Yeah. She is best, definitely. Indeed. I
She's
mean,
like, yeah, it's altogether a different league. Yeah.
yeah, her speeches are incredibly, exceptionally well.
Yes.
Plus, she's
Yes.
down to earth person. Amazing. Many time I listen her speeches, and that has impacted my life as well because the way we approach things in life, especially
Yeah.
we are what we listen, what we consume. So we should follow a speaker like her.
Correct. Correct.
All right.
Very down to earth, very simple and straightforward.
Yeah, and her, speeches are completely, relatable. There's no show
Yes.
off something like this because in general she gives examples about life in general, what she has to go like
Yeah.
gone through and everything.
Correct.
All right.
Correct.
Uh, so one last question I have. Then after that, if you have any questions for me, you can shoot. First is like
Yeah.
last question is that as language learning journey takes time, and especially
Uh,
when it comes to English, because I'm completely targeting English language. And people say that 6 months, 7 months, maybe 1 year or more than that it will take. What about you? In your case, especially in Hindi language, I mean, how like give your learners suggestion that this stretch should be there. I mean, this much long time you have to devote in order to become good speaker in Hindi.
uh, it depends from individual to individual. I cannot fix one time limit common for all because my flair may be different from your flair.
Yeah.
Isn't it? Suppose I am a very good grasper and I'm a very good listener. I'm a very good observer. It may take less time for me, but it may not be the same in your case.
Mm-hmm.
So it depends. So I will not tell you that like this is the time limit, but you have to be at it, and it is a process.
Yes.
There's you don't hurry it up. And even now, even people like, for example, I don't consider myself that I know English. No, every day I learn something new. Oh, I
Yeah.
didn't know this. Oh, this can be looked at it, from this point of view also. So that keeps happening every day. But I guess I don't know. I don't believe in setting any time limits as such.
Okay. But let's suppose
That's
your
what I
learner,
feel.
one some any learner wants to join you, and if they ask for the period, because people have the curiosity always, because once they set
Yeah,
any
yeah.
standard, they
Correct.
want that when I'll
Correct.
get
Correct.
that.
Correct. When it comes to Hindi, it may apply the same may apply for English also because that too is a language. I
Yeah.
tell them that minimum is 3 months. 3 months is bare minimum,
Okay.
and provided that you are very, 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 very strong, a strong learner and a very good grasper, then the minimum is 3 months. But it may take longer, it may take lesser. It depends upon your time devotion, how serious you are.
Okay.
So that is something which I cannot guarantee. What I can guarantee is I can only teach you how you take in and how you practice it. That depends on your own
The
method and formula,
capacity.
isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Exactly. Well,
Correct.
what sort of challenges you have faced over time when it comes to teaching learners?
Lots. Interest keeps dipping every day, dipping in every day. You have to keep motivating them. And children nowadays, I find that they are also under tremendous pressure. In our days, we didn't have that much pressure as children and as students, but nowadays students are under tremendous pressure, like school pressure, college pressure,
Yeah.
peer pressure, social pressure, so much. So then they need to be convinced every day. They need to be convinced that no, you can do it. It is only the way that you are looking at things. And the common thing is our parents are not understanding us.
Yeah.
They don't understand us. And the demands that are like they keep
Really
is
high.
such demands that matlab we can't fulfill it easily. I said there is nothing like that. It is only in your mindset.
Mhm.
So from there you need to be not only a teacher, a guide, a friend, everything. Because gone are the days when like you used to tell the children, shut up, keep quiet, read. Nowadays, those days are gone. No,
No,
you
not at
have
all.
to be a co-learner with them, yes,
Yeah.
and tell them, come, let us learn. Not you learn. Come, let us learn. So
Yeah.
right from your vocabulary, it has to it has to
Complete
change.
complete vocabulary has
Yeah,
changed over the period of
correct,
time. All
correct, correct,
one last thing,
correct.
because there are many things
Yeah.
popping up in my head when you answer. Well, what is something that keeps you going? Because motivation, as you said, that motivation should be there throughout the journey. What keeps you motivated?
Maybe because now it has become my habit now. When I
Okay.
started off, it took me some time to get into that frame. But now that I've got into that frame, since now it's been maybe 14, 15 years, so it's become a habit now. So I don't look for external motivation.
Mhm.
Motivation comes from within me. And I feel that whatever motivation comes from within you, that is the one that is stable. Because external can fluctuate. I may look at you, get motivated for half an hour, I'll be very josh. After
Yes.
half an hour, my josh may go down. Again,
Yeah.
tomorrow when I look at Priyanka, again I'll get, I'll become enthusiastic. So
So
that
that,
is not motivation. Yeah. It has to come from within you.
yeah. And I
So
can
yeah, it's
say
become
that,
a habit.
yeah, habit plus your work dedication. Because if a person is devoted to his work, and if he or she is
Yeah.
enjoying fully, wholeheartedly, they'll definitely
Correct.
automatically motivation comes from
Correct.
within, because
Correct.
there is a
Correct.
source of motivation.
Yes. Yes. Passion. Passion towards your work. Yeah.
Yeah.
Correct.
So I'm done from my end. Now, if you have any questions for me, you can ask.
I can't think of any question, but I like you asking question and discussing topics.
Well, you have high energy, plus motivation is really high, I must say, because if a person is under your mentorship, definitely he'll or she'll be motivated throughout the journey, because you
Yeah,
have a
that
great
is my,
sense of
yes, that is
observance.
my goal. Yes, yes, that's what I strive for. That whoever comes to me, they have faith in me and they come to me. So I should, deliver them that.
Yeah,
So
indeed.
even if I'm able to make a difference to one person, that I'll consider that that's a very big achievement.
Okay. So, ma'am, please tell me any, short story, maybe any success story of your learners, like they were learning from the scratch, and then they, learned English, sorry, Hindi, plus they successfully
It happens
convey.
for English also. It happens for English also.
So you
What
teach
happens
English as
sometimes
well?
is, yes, both, because I'll have to take the help of English as well as the vernacular language. When
Okay,
they
okay.
don't understand in grammar, I tell them that you have learned this in English grammar, isn't it? It's the same.
Oh, yeah.
For example, Sangya means noun. You know what is noun? That's what is Sangya. So that's how I relate it to them. So English is English, obviously we use English. Sometimes when they talk a lot, I tell them that whoever is going to talk, they are going to talk only in English. Then half the room will be quiet. Because they know that they can chatter in their native language, but when it comes to English, they cannot chatter that much.
Okay,
So
yeah.
yeah,
And well, to be very honest, still I find it Hindi, typing really hard, because seriously. when it comes to the Hindi typing. Yesterday, my father was telling me to type something, and I was really, it took me a little more time, I can say, what it needs to be. So still, I can say that.
Now I'm remembering when you were mentioning about your father that your last video that I saw, in that I don't remember with whom it was. In that you had mentioned that, like, if you are able to make your father happy, then you'll consider yourself very lucky. That touched the chord in me, because I too, yeah, I too believe in that same thing. So
Yeah.
then, that was a time then I thought that no, I should message her and send her a mail that I want to talk to you.
Okay, okay. Thank you very much. So tell me, I mean, something about your father as well and how you make him happy.
Though he's no more, both my parents are no more, but they
Oh,
taught me life lessons.
mm-hmm.
No problem. They taught me life lessons, my father in a way and my mother in a way.
Okay.
Because my father taught me a very important lesson when I was very young, maybe in the third standard. He said that whatever is not in your control, please don't waste time crying over it,
Yeah.
because it is not in your control. So, whatever is in your control, try to change that and become a better person. So, that I learned at a very young age,
Indeed.
which my father taught me.
And there is a, serenity prayer also that we should try to control the things what we can. Otherwise, just leave it, because otherwise it will going to drain
Yeah.
you, your energy, your mind,
Yes.
and your time as
Yes.
well.
Yes. Yes. Because when I was very young, I was color shamed. So that time I didn't have this maturity. So I came home crying. Then my father told me, "Why are you crying? Is this a color that you asked for? No, it has been given to you. So you should be proud of it." And
Yeah.
that has been the day I remember still very vividly. I was in class 3. Since then, I have never had any complex in me. I have never had any complex.
Yeah. Because your
So yeah,
father
so that's
has
something.
given you the fire
Ah,
to face that.
bilkul, bilkul. And my mother, I call her my Chanakya. She had been my Chanakya.
Yeah.
Because whatever I am today, I owe it to them.
Okay. Can you share
Because
any of learning as you shared about your father like this?
lots. My mother taught me that, like, increase your self-worth. Your
Self.
self-worth should be such that people come to you, or you are called, you know, uh, you are invited to a group, or you're invited to a meeting or something. Make yourself worthy.
And
That when
you
you walk in,
nail it.
people, like they sit up. Huh? So that has been my, guru mantra.
Guru mantra. Well, many times, I prefer to listen, especially Chanakya quotes, because they have like listen as well. I try to read them because that has something completely, just open your mind. And there are many quotes online we can read. I think so
Yes.
far I read more than 90. And what I do actually, whenever I prepare my to do list, there should be a particular quote for the day, not like especially about the Chanakya, but any code is for the complete
Mm,
day. I can check out when I write things down
mm.
there, so I can see that something. So many times I have noted down Chanakya codes as well, and that has completely, like a fire, I can say, because
Mm.
everything to the point. What I observe.
What is it that comes to your mind at once? Any quote that you can think of?
If I talk about Chanakya,
Anything, yeah. Any quote, Chanakya
any
or
okay, so let me tell you about my today's quote. It's not Chanakya quote. It's like a different one. Why be normal when you can be the best? That is quote for
great.
today. And every day I have quotes. I mean, I just like to involve myself in things like this, because that's how. Because all the time, if you're seeking for validation, that's not good. It's better to create that
Correct.
energy.
Correct. Very true. Very true. When we
Yeah,
look for validation from elsewhere, that is when we get disappointed. Or sometimes when it doesn't happen, you get disappointed.
exactly.
So people who are into self growth, they always look for self validation.
Yeah.
That is a very high quality. Yeah.
Yes.
If you are
Exactly.
able to master it, then nothing like it. Yeah.
Definitely. I'll keep these things in my mind for forever, I must say. Well, please tell me any top three learnings of your life as of now, because there are many. I
Top
mean, you're
three.
a complete intellectual person,
Yeah.
I must say, with a lot of knowledge, but please, three things I would like to know.
what I believe in is that, life is not, life is very uncertain. Anything can happen anytime. Be prepared. And when something happens, or, like you get into something, you shouldn't, get into it and get very sad. You should try to look, like you should be very try to be practical and look for what next. How do I get out of the problem? What
Hmm.
next? This has
Yeah.
been my motivating quote.
Yeah.
That's
Exactly.
it. And take things as they come. That's it. Don't stress yourself. Take things as they come and never ever compare yourself with anybody else.
Yeah, that's also one of the important factor when it comes to the personality development. Comparison, because ev- competition is really high. Plus, people are doing exceptionally well in their life. So comparison, it
Correct.
may occur, but we have to just abstain ourselves from that.
You can compare yourself to yourself. I want to be better than what I was yesterday. So
Indeed.
every day, look for one small change in yourself, make that change and make it a habit so that you become a better person. That's it.
All right.
Automatically, people will follow you.
Definitely. So it was definitely a fruitful session. Well, if you have any questions that for me, you can ask.
I can't think of any question. Okay. I think you have already answered the question that I had in your previous video, so I know the answer to it.
Okay.
Okay, how do you see yourself 5 years from now? How do
Well,
you see yourself?
well, I see myself as, polishing my skills every day. Plus, I want to be eminent speaker because there is always a room for improvement. Every day I'm learning something or the other. So I just want to be eminent speaker, not a perfect, like a graph you can say, because there's no perfection like this. You can always improve yourself. Plus, I see, myself. Giving all things to my parent, especially I am like more for like I just want to give what all they deserve, especially my parents and my sister also. I'm elder one, so it's my high time to just work dedicatedly in order to serve them. So that's what I
Mhm.
my priorities. Otherwise I don't want much in my life, just I want to enjoy in the present moment.
Very good. Very good.
Yeah, so that's all
You are
from
really
my.
motivating, Priyanka. Very motivating.
Thank you very much,
Keep
ma'am.
doing
Means
this
a lot.
and keep growing.
Okay. So, ma'am, let's wrap up the session, right?
Sure,
Okay.
sure.
So it was really fabulous session. You have really high energy, I must say, because you're completely, full of knowledge. And if anyone is taking guidance from you, he must be very lucky, or she must be very lucky person, I must say.
Thank you so much, Priyanka. And it was nice talking to you.
Yeah. Okay.
I
Thank you,
hope you
ma'am.
do well in your life and all the very best. Bye. Bye.
Means a lot. Have a good day. Bye bye.
Bye bye. Bye bye.